Okay, man. Okay. I've been getting a lot of requests about this situation with Nip, man. And Big U, Thundercat, Ram Paul, everybody that was there, right? So this is the story. They say Big U had a fight with Nip before, right? I don't know which neighborhood y'all from, but man, homies have fights all the time, get back cool. So Nip was still shouting, from right or wrong, y'all correct me. Nip was still shouting Big U out after the fight, or they was kind of all right. But the part that got us here today, to where a lot of people are saying Black Sam implicated Big U, is because he said something about when Nip brought DJ Khaled to the hood, and some people were mad and upset about that, which say Big U didn't like that. And if you ask me, man, if that's true right there, situations like that, like they be saying, one nigga ain't better than the program. Well, how good is the program, or how big is the program? See, if we gonna stunt the growth of the members, or we gonna stunt the growth for the guys that could take the program to the next level, it's almost like we stunting our own growth, man. It's like when you do shit like that in any hood, it ain't gotta be gang oriented. When you feel like because you done fought for this hood, or you done shot your gun for this hood, and ain't nobody else got no say so, hey man, it's just like the army and shit, like building a nation. You need doctors, you need lawyers, you need scientists. Yeah, we can have some tough guys too, but you need all kind of men, because when you lose a mind like Nip, man, you lose a great mind, man. Nip was trying to take shit to another level. But let me get to this shit right here. Right now, I'm not riding with the Big U has something to do with it theory. If you ask me, it's this simple, man. I'm gonna say this. This right here, to me, is a motive for a nigga like Shitty Cuz to kill somebody, man. Pay attention, man.
And Nipsey looks at the car and says, "Is that shitty?" He was referring to Mr. Holt, who is also known as Shitty Cuz. It's an alias, it's a nickname. As he's saying that, Ms. Nicholson, who's driving in, is saying, "Oh my God, that's Nipsey Hussle." She had no idea that she was going to see him on that day. She's a fan. And she even said something to the effect of, "Oh my God, Nipsey is so fine." Eric Holder, sitting right next to her, said nothing. He didn't say, "Oh, I know him," or "We grew up together."
So y'all don't want to. So right now, can we talk about emotional ass, weak ass? I kill a dude over a girl. Can we talk about this kind of stuff? Can we say that this guy used to be with Nip, his group, had the allegations out the group, all of a sudden, the only chick he got that's really rocking with him when he down and out, he ostracized from the hood, the only chick he got that's really rocking with him, talking about Nipsey Hussle is fine. I don't think y'all understand how weak some of the heart of some men are. He might be a cold-blooded killer. Half the killing he probably did was probably about a brawl, man. Man, come on, man. I'm not trying to say I know everything, but to me, this is the reason why. Out of hate, jealousy. Man, rap niggas be hated on more than anybody in the hood, man. I can't see Big U doing it. Now, I could be wrong. But right now, I'm going to say Big U didn't have nothing to do with it. Yeah, man.
No response at all. She had no idea that Eric Holder knew who Nipsey Hussle was. So she pulls into the lot, and at first with no place to park, she stops
So y'all gonna tell me that they knew Nipsey was coming up to the shop that day? Hold on. If that's the theory we're gonna run with, if we're gonna say, oh man, they knew Nip was gonna be up there. If they knew Nip was gonna be up there, then how did they know? Kerry Latham, one of them other guys who, did he let them know, man, I'm finna go up here and meet Nip to get some shirts and shit? How did they know what y'all trying to say? Cowboy told them, hey man, come up there. Nip on his way up here. Make it make sense, man. Did this nigga see Nip riding on the way up there and follow them up there? You know what I'm saying? This wasn't no planned shit like that, man. It was premeditated on that nigga's part. On Shitty Cuz's part. Now, I could be wrong. We're going to wait till it come out, because if anybody has something to do with it, it's going to come out, man. For real.
Or do-rag, if you will, that he's wearing. And next to him on his right is a man named Evan McKenzie, also known as Grandpa. And they're all friends, and they're all from the neighborhood. Just chatting. As Miss Nicholson drives in, Nipsey looks at the car and says, is that shitty? He was referring to Mr. Holt, who is also known as Shitty Cuz. It's an alias, it's a nickname. As he's saying that, Miss Nicholson, who's driving in, is saying, oh my God, that's Nipsey Hussle. She had no idea that she was going to see him on that day. She's a fan. And she even said something to the effect of, oh my God, Nipsey is so fine.
That's where the rage come from. I'm telling y'all, man.
He didn't say, oh, I know him.
Say.
Or we grew up together.
I done seen niggas get killed for less, man.
No response at all. She had no idea that Eric Holder knew who Nipsey Hussle was. So she pulls into the lot, and at first with no place to park, she stops her car at what, as we look at it, will be near that fence.
Hey, that nigga was feeling like, that nigga Nipsey could take my bra, man, if he wanted to. And shit, she'll leave me for Nip right now, man, if Nip say, get in. Yeah, man.
Now, what happens next is Eric Holder gets out of the car. You can see him there in the still. And one of the things that you'll notice about him is that he's shirtless. And he was shirtless when he got in her car in Long Beach.
Y'all remember they say he had on a red shirt, like he still had that same red shirt he took off, shit, when he went to the crazy place.
And as far as she knew, up to that.
Now y'all say somebody hired him. Why the person that hired him didn't send him out of town or something? Why they let him go to the crazy house?
Into a place called Master Burger. And when he walks into Master Burger,
look at it.
We get probably the best images of him that we have in the trial. He goes into Master Burger, he orders some food, and then he walks out while his food is being prepared, and he walks directly over to the group where Mr. Aspidon is. And if you look at the screen, you can see him walking between cars. He walks right up to the group and he starts shaking everyone's hand, including Nipsey, right there. Now these guys, they either know each other or know of each other, because they're all from the same neighborhood.
If you peep though, Nip slid over. He let that nigga get behind him at first.
For quite some time. He's living down in Long Beach. So he's getting acquainted with these men, and in this group at this time.
You know when it's a nigga that you trust a little bit, You be chilling, but watch.
Shaking everyone's hand.
When this nigga walk up and he try to walk behind, watch how Nip slide over when he try to get behind it.
Now these guys, they either know each other or know of each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide out the way. Keep my eye on this nigga.
Mr. Holder hadn't been around the neighborhood for quite some time. He's living down in Long Beach. So he's getting acquainted with these men, and in this group at this time is Cowboy, Mr. Aspidon, Eric Holder, Ren Paul, and there's another guy there getting an autograph off to the far right of the group, whose name I don't know. So he gets an autograph and he walks off.
And nobody know who he was, but everybody just wrote him off. I know the niggas. I know niggas in the neighborhood know who that is.
Sitting in the car, and she sees Eric Holder walk over to Nipsey Hussle. And in her mind, she thinks, oh, he's going to try to get a picture before me. So what does she do? She jumps out of the car.
Listen, man.
And she runs over to get a photograph with Nipsey Hussle.
Hold on. Let me turn it over there. Watch it. That's where the hate come in at, man.
She walks right up to the group. And she knows that there's a conversation going on. And she doesn't know how it started. She's not even sure what was being said. But she heard Mr.
Hold on right quick, man. Let me say this. So y'all know, like I know, Shitty Cuz ain't explained to her why he, haven't been in the hood or his situation he had going on, whatever the rumors may be. He ain't told this broad about all that. To this broad, he's a killing machine, man. He probably the goddamn the toughest neighbor that ever did it, if you ask him. But watch this. What if she did walk up and she heard Nip, telling him, man, you come back to the hood when you get your business straight, bro. Go straighten out that paperwork, all this. This nigga done said her and heard her talking about Nip is fine. Then all of a sudden, she walk up on Nip telling him, hey, man, you ain't good in the hood, bro, this and that. And I don't know why everybody acting like that's something to kill a nigga over with. Man, niggas go through that shit in the hood all the time. It's some niggas you not gonna let come to your birthday party, but if you seen him out at the gas station or something, everybody wasn't around, you'll still shake his hand. You'll still hold a conversation with the nigga. You probably wouldn't do no business with him or nothing, but y'all know how that shit go, because if it was some on-site shit with Shitty Cuz, he wouldn't even been out there like that. He wouldn't even pulled up for no chili fries and no Master Burger, man. He would have got out, he would have had them things on him the first time if it was some, he was in danger like that, but let me let it keep going, man. Yeah, man.
Using the word snitch for Mr. Aspidon, saying something to the effect of, did you snitch or did you ever snitch? Something like that. She's really unclear on what was being said or what context it was in, but she hears the word snitch. And when asked what were the demeanors of both Mr. Aspidon and Mr. Holder, she said, well, as she put it, Nipsey seemed cool. He seemed very casual, but Mr. Holder seemed a little, what she described as messy, a little agitated, maybe a little bit on edge.
But we just gonna skip over that because the Big U story will get more views. It'll sound better. Man, I'm watching niggas supposed to be allies of these guys turn on these niggas, man. All over the fucking story for views.
And he's there, and he also says, well, there was a conversation between Eric Holder and Nipsey Hussle. And in that conversation, Nipsey was telling Mr. Holder that there's word on the street about you snitching, and you need to clear that up. You need to go get the paperwork, which gang members often use to refer to court documents and such. You need to go get the paperwork to show that this didn't happen. And he said it was a cool conversation. There was no hostility.
And the nigga still had a chance to go get the paperwork. Nip didn't say everybody kill him or pack him out. Go get the paperwork, and then if you're straight, you straighten it out, man.
Inkling that Nipsey was in any kind of danger, he would have been on it. But one of the things you're going to learn during this trial is that after a life in the game, you become very sensitive to those kinds of things. If you live with your head on a swivel, you're constantly looking for danger. You have to survive. So these guys do get pretty good at recognizing, maybe even sometimes over-recognizing.
Bro, don't do the tell. You killed him over the bitch. Tell the truth, man. Tell the truth. And tell me, man, that nigga hurt my feeling about that brawl, man. That's the last piece of cooch I had left. Tell the truth, shitty cuz.
A regular conversation.
God damn.
But obviously it wasn't. Those are the individuals in the group. And after that, during the conversation, Brian Nicholson said, Nipsey stopped and asked if she wanted a picture.
Look at his
She
face.
was standing there. She said yes. So what does he do? He walks over, he takes a picture with a fan. That's the picture that he took. One of the
That's
last
the only
photographs
time that.
taken of Nipsey Hussle.
And chill.
And you can see how happy she is. Because you can imagine that she.
Oh damn! I ain't show y'all the picture, did I?
And that is.
Say, look how happy she is taking that picture with Nip, man.
Meanwhile, Mr. Holder was still there talking to the group. After a few minutes, he walks away, he goes back to the mat.
What's happening, man? I don't even know what I did to the remote.